I do. Let's see. There we go. So I've got a ton of bananas that are just going bad, so I'm just gonna make some banana bread today. While listening to classic Dire Straits, right? Who doesn't like some Dire Straits? This Gen X girl sure does. Get this banana out. Whew, you guys can't even see my bowl over here. Mixing and peeling. I'll wash my hands about 100 times. Alright, so I got all my banana in there. I'll mush it up. Get like a nice little mush out of it. I'm going to divide that up into two because I'm going to make 2 loaves. Put it. Probably good enough to save half of that. And a little spatula. Get my just getting the rest of the smushed banana off of that. Set that down. Save half of this because we're gonna make 2 loaves of banana bread today. And I measure by eye when it comes to that, so I feel like it's about half, you know, it's about half. So, all right, get my recipe out. So I have this old school Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. Who else uses this? Hi, Lesson. And it's got all my tabbies to all the stuff that I cook all the time. I love this cookbook. And it's got like all the tabs on the side for what you want. Who else uses this? Is it just me? But this is where I got my, this is where I used my banana bread recipe from, which is marked, of course, right here. And look at the page, how worn it is. I use it all the time. It's so dirty. But that's the recipe we're doing today. So we got banana bread. Let's turn this down for a second. We'll jam out as I'm cooking, but I'll tell you what I'm doing first. So I'm gonna make banana bread from Better Homes and Gardens. And so start with the oven at 350. So I'm gonna get the oven at 350 first. And then, anyway, so all you need is all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, 1 egg per loaf, and we're making 2 loaves. So 1 egg, 2 eggs, mashed banana, which we did just now. Sugar, cooking oil. It's optional. You can do some shredded lemon and walnuts. So we're not doing the lemon today, just the walnuts. But yeah. So let me get the rest out, sir. Got. Ooh, I want to make some bread from scratch today too, like some like white bread. We'll see. I might be too ambitious. I don't know. All right, so we got my baking powder, baking soda, cooking oil. Where is, what else am I looking for? Cinnamon. That sounds good. And then eggs. How many do I have? There There we go. Hi, welcome in. My thing went away. All right, so I got 4 eggs available, and we're only making 2 loaves of banana bread, so we're good there. I got my walnuts, and we're gonna smash them and get all our aggressions out, right? I just came from the gym, as you can see. I'm like productive Jill day. I'm on vacation, so I just, this is what I do. So I went to the gym first. Lots of things. I gotta get my pan. Oh, where's my bread pan? Oh, here it is. Get my bread pan. So I don't have any like lard or Crisco or anything, so I just use the vegetable oil, which is basically what's in there these days anyways, and just do a drop of it. And then I smear it around with a paper towel. Because who likes going to the store in Arizona when it's 115 degrees outside? Not this girl. I will use the ingredients I have and go from there, right? Because F going to the store in Phoenix, Arizona right now. It sucks. Okay. So, it's not gonna stick, right? Okay. So, first step, grease bottom of pan, done. Medium mixing bowl, combine flour, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. All right, so first thing is flour. We need 1.5 cup of flour. All right, get all my measuring devices out here, right? Got my unbleached bread flour is what I'm using from King Arthur Baking Company. Said 1.5 cups. So I'm just gonna do 3 scoops in my half. I want to dance a little more. So that's 1.5 cups of flour. I keep my flour in a zipper bag because it's messy and I'm clean. I don't like messes. All right. With the banana, you're gonna put the egg, which I just dropped eggshell in because, why not? And then 3/4 cup sugar. So I'm gonna measure 3/4 cup of sugar. This goes in with your wet ingredients, not your dry ingredients, okay? Waiting for someone to tell you everything. Sit around and wonder what tomorrow will bring. Maybe down the way. Well, it's alright, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's alright. Sometimes you gotta be strong. We're gonna do 1/4 cup of the oil, the cooking oil.
Maybe somewhere down the road away. You'll think of me and wonder where I am these days. Maybe somewhere down the road when somebody plays Purple Haze. But it's alright.
Alright, mix your wet ingredients. I almost lost it. And now you're going to pour it into the well that you made in the dry
I'm
ingredients.
just glad to be here, happy to feel that.
End of the line.
And it don't matter if you're by my side. I'm satisfied. Well, it's alright.
Use my spatula to scrape as much of this yummy goodness. And
You still get something to say. Well, it's alright. Remember to live and live.
alright, so now we're going to mix it up. And we got a nice blend, but we got to put the walnuts in still. And looks like the oven is warmed up all the way too. So now I just need to smash up some walnuts. I think, I'll turn this around. You can see where I've been putting all the ingredients. So I got my walnuts here and I'm gonna smash them. I gotta find a way to smash them. Ugh. I think I'm gonna put them in a plastic bag. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw them in one of these and then we're just gonna beat the crap out of them. It's fun. And we are making 2 loaves, so I could just do them all right now.
Where are you when the sun goes down? You're so far away from me. You're so far away. So far, I just can't
I'm gonna get some air out of there so it doesn't pop.
so far away from me. You're so far from me.
Now to find what we're gonna smash with. What should we smash with? I need like a, I need a thing. I guess I could use this. Flip it over. Yeah, pan's working just fine. Just you're like, I'm breaking my limiting beliefs. Actually, pretty good. Yeah. Crush those up real good. All right. Now, take about half of them and put into my mix here for the first loaf. About half.
Far away from me. See, you've been in the sun and I've been in the rain, and you're so far away from me. You're so far away. You're so far
dance.
so far away.
I can't stop. Hi, hi. I'm making banana bread. Hello, hello, hi. All right. So we got our banana bread mixture. We're gonna just put that right into our pre-greased sheet and throw it in the oven for like an hour. That's it. And then I'll do it all again when that one's done because I only have one bread pan, you know? We do what we gotta do. Where'd my spatula go? Alright. I'm gonna let that cook. I want to get every bit of it, you know, it's so delicious. So, yeah, you just spread it around in there as best you can and make sure it's even. I love banana bread. I make it without walnuts sometimes too. Depends on what I have in the kitchen. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of like letting some air holes come out. And then yeah, popping it in the oven for an hour. Now what the directions say is I'm soaking some black beans. I want to start eating beans in the morning. I've been seeing all these women are eating beans now, and it's like helping them with regulate their hormones and shit. So I got some black beans, just dry black beans, and I'm soaking them, and then I'll cook them. We'll see how it goes. Probably shouldn't be on the oven though while it's cooking. Here, let's clean over here. Ooh, got some Steely Dan. The next round when that's done. So I'm gonna have some coffee while that's happening. We can talk about astrology and stuff while it's cooking because you want to see what the banana bread looks like when we're done, don't you? Oh, it's gonna be so good. In fact, I'm gonna get out a stick of butter to get soft. So so that when it is ready, I got soft butter to put on it. All right, what do I got in here? Just a little bit of cream in there. Dripped. Ugh. All right, that's all right. All right. Woo. Ready? Going for a walk. Going for a walk. Tonight we're gonna chase the dragon. All right. Got our music going back there. Having a nice time. Woo! Welcome. We're back. All right. So when that timer goes off, we will go check the banana bread. But in the meantime, let's see. What do we got? Oh, shit, man. I feel like I am more busy on my vacation days than I am on my work days. How about you guys? Do you feel like that too? I'm like, holy crap. I am so freaking busy. I went to the gym. I just finished putting together a loaf of banana bread, cleaned up after that. We're gonna make another loaf of banana bread after that because I got enough for two. I haven't eaten anything yet today. 9:30. I'm hot. I gotta turn the air on. Hold on. All right, air is on. Air is on. Fan is on. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, so I didn't forget about you and all of our astrology and Buddhism and self-development. But you know, when I'm home, like it's so hard for me to come around and get on here because shit, I'm busy. I do all kinds of stuff on my time off, you know, and it's just not something that I can see easily, you know. It's a blind spot. And like we talk about in all of our lives and stuff, is building new habits is a small little increment at a time, right? Just a small little increment to make different changes in your life. And I want to be one of those people that goes to the gym every day. Like, I don't, and I'm trying. That's why I changed my time for my regular lives to 5:30 because I'm off work at 3, so it gives me drive time and time to go to the gym, shower, and then come back, you know. But here I am on a vacation day, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm here. I'm just here for the fun of it, right? Do the best we can. But anyway, being on vacation is crazy, and today's a really special day for me. Today is the anniversary of me becoming a mother. It is my firstborn child's birthday today. He is 28 today. Oh my God, my son is 28 years old today, and it is just a wonderful time to remember the beautiful angelic child that I made with dark brown hair, bright blue eyes, porcelain skin, those dark eyebrows just framing his face, these fine, delicate, beautiful features. Everybody wanted to touch my baby because just the most beautiful. Oh, thank you. Just the most beautiful child. And and then you think, okay, well, here I am now. I'm 47. I've got my kids are all grown up, and life's direction has changed. I've been married twice, divorced twice, 2 kids, grown, gone to college. 28 years old today is the oldest, and the youngest is 24. Like, oh my gosh, So his name is Milo, M-I-L-O, Milo's birthday today. So happy birthday, Milo. I love you so much. And I'm so very grateful that he came into my life and made me a mom. And even though life is totally different now than it was 28 years ago, we're still here. We're still going, right? We're still trucking. Got things going on in our lives and we move on. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'll make sure Milo knows that you all wished him a happy birthday. He is my sweetheart. He's my buddy. I miss having him around, and sometimes as an empty nester, you can feel really lost and directionless. And that's the whole purpose why I started this channel in the first place, was because I was going through all those emotions of what do you do now that the kids are independent and they don't really need you anymore, and your role as a mother totally changes, right? And so that's what we talk about most of the time. From England, oh yeah, absolutely, and Algeria, wow, so far away. I'm in Arizona. My son's in California. I just came from the gym. Thanks. Thank you. I know, I look like hell. I literally just woke up, threw on gym clothes, went to the gym. I don't care, thanks. But I'm just I don't care. I'm at that age where I just don't anymore. I don't care. Welcome. But with this is his sign. He's a Virgo, and we're talking a lot about being a Virgo. You've probably seen of all my posts. I'm a Virgo rising. So my birth sign is Cancer because I was born at the end of July. Well, mid-July really. But when my birth chart, when you look at all of the 12 houses of your birth chart, for me, mine is a Virgo rising. So I've been doing an extra series on Virgo risings and what our personal astrology is alongside our daily collective astrology videos. So make sure you are checking those out, because every single day I post a 3-minute video about today's astrology for the collective. Okay, so make sure you check those out there in my shorts. And but alongside that, I'm also doing a little extra for Virgo season. So if you're into that, I got that going. So let's see, what did I put down for today? Let's see. Ooh, Mercury just entered Virgo today. Okay, and we have a lunar eclipse in 2 days. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, and the topic is identity reconstruction. And isn't that so timely with me talking about being an empty nester? And my identity has been going through reconstruction, from mom of littles to Jill, an independent woman, a single woman who is unattached to children or a partner, right? I am this new person. I'm building this new identity. I'm building this new business. I'm in this construction era of my life, right? And as we look at the astrology, we're like, oh, that's where she's supposed to be. Yeah, that's what the stars tell us is supposed to happen. So let's look into it more. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So if you're new here, my name is Jill. and this is your Phoenix Renewal Hour at a weird time. I normally, and I will start again, doing the 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'll start that again next Monday. Again, I'm on vacation this week. You're gonna see me when you're gonna see me when I have time. We're gonna go in and out. I'm making banana bread. I'm gonna come back here and talk about astrology. We're gonna talk about self-development. We're gonna talk about all the things because guess what? Bye. Because guess what? I have a lot of different interests. And this is who I am, and why not? Why not just show you who I am? Hi, city boy. Thank you. And make sure if you are watching on TikTok that you are liking the live and sharing it out. We do have a good message today that I'm going to go over. So welcome back, everybody. We've been off for 4 full days. This has just been a weird few days for me, but we're back on track, and we're going to just be here. You know, we're going to be here together. But you know, I wasn't just on vacation. I was having a rest, an emotional rest. I've been so completely stressed out and overwhelmed in my life. I really needed to recharge my batteries. I'm very much an empath. I am very connected with spirit and my senses. And so when I'm around a lot of people a lot of the time and don't get a break, which I hadn't for a long time, I just wear down really bad, and I need time alone. I need that time in order to bring myself back to be public, to be in the public eye again, you know, because it sucks the life out of me to be around so many people. And you know, and I'm going through this growth period, so that takes a lot of energy too, you know. So I had to take a break, but I'm back and I'm rested. And tonight I want to talk about, or today I want to talk about something that came up during the quiet of the week, okay? Because I think it comes up for every woman who is genuinely going through a transition in their life. So today, of course, as we talked about, is a personally significant day for me, being that this is my anniversary of motherhood. It's 28 years ago today I became a mother for the first time. And I did sit with that today. And what that moment was asking of me was how becoming a mother completely reorganized my entire identity of who I thought I was, right? The first major identity reconstruction of my adult life happened at the time. I had that baby 1 month after turning 19 years old. That is pretty young to have a baby with today's standards. You know, most women these days seem to be having babies a lot later in life when they're more ready to, you know, with birth control and all the things that are available to them. But I started very, very young. And so this was my first identity reconstruction in my adult life, was this time period. I did have a lot of feelings during that time of, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't feel like the Jill that I felt like for the last 19 years. I feel different now, right? And that's not a sign that anything's wrong. It's just development. That's just how we grow, you know, as human beings, as things come up in our lives. But that was the beginning of something that took years to evolve and become into. I've had that feeling several times since then in my life. That was just the first. And right now I'm in a version of it, right? I'm building the show. I'm preparing to leave Arizona, right? Moving towards my Minnesota life in January, right? And it doesn't exist yet anywhere except for me in my mind and in my family's mind, because they're so excited to have me come there. But the lost feeling that I felt back then when I first became a mother, that's a familiar feeling, and that's what we're gonna talk about today and what that actually means. So stay tuned. Make sure you share this out to all the women that you know. Let's get them in the room because we're going to talk about that transition in our lives today. So here is what is happening in the sky tonight, and it is very precise. So Mercury entered Virgo this morning at 7:04 a.m. Pacific time. And I want to explain why this matters. Let's see. If you're a woman in a growth period like me, if you've been feeling lost, confused, foggy, this is important because Mercury is the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, how we process information, organize our understanding of ourselves, okay? And how we fit in the world, okay? This is what Mercury is bringing to the table, okay? So Mercury in Virgo means Mercury is in its most powerful, most discerning, and most capable right now. It is sorting that communication signal from noise. So it's trying to give you a very clear answer, a very clear thought. Okay, it's clearing out the noise and the fog today. You should have some clear understanding of something. Hello, welcome. So in plain language, your mind has an exceptional ability to cut through confusion and identify what's actually true, okay? Not the story that you've been telling, not the identity you've been maintaining, right? The actual truth underneath, okay? And for women who have been having that lost feeling, okay, Mercury in Virgo today is your sorting tool, okay? It helps you distinguish between two things that feel familiar but are completely different. What is genuinely you and what did you build to around you to manage other people's comfort? What is the fake personality that you put on? What's your mask that you've been wearing to keep everybody around you comfortable? Because you need to take that off, right? So we need to identify that, okay? One astrologer described Mercury in Virgo this way. It says, it asks, is this in service of myself before you do something? Is this in service to myself? If not, what changes will bring me back into alignment? So that's the question that today's teaching is about, okay? Running your identity through a filter. What is genuinely in service to you and what has been built for somebody else, okay? So I want you to think on that, right? And if this kind of daily astrology with self-development mixed in and with a Buddhist practical lens is something that you really enjoy getting daily, if you go look at my bio, I have a link tree there, and linked in there is the 2027 Phoenix Renewal Almanac. So I wrote a book for all of next year's astrology, teaching you month by month, week by week, day by day is how I broke it down so that you can get these lessons in your hands every single day. So if that's something you're interested in, please check the link in my bio and you'll be able to purchase that on Kindle. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy that. I have really enjoyed putting that together for everybody. It's just like so much fun. And then I want to also plant something with you guys now because we're going to come back to it throughout the day, okay? So the lunar eclipse is going to be in Pisces, and that's 2 days away. This is the final Pisces eclipse until 2034. So we're in 2026. what is that, 8 years? It's an 8-year cycle. Okay, so something that has been building up for 2 years of your life, it's going to reach completion Thursday. Something that's been building for the last 2 years is going to reach completion Thursday with this lunar eclipse. Okay, it's the identity reconstruction we've been talking about. Okay, the sorting that Mercury and Virgo does, right? It's helping you. It's preparing you for what's coming Thursday from the eclipse. Okay, whatever the eclipse is releasing, right? So use these next 2 days well. Dr. Terry Apter, that's a psychologist that who is at Cambridge. Okay, she spent decades studying what actually happens to women in their 40s and 50s, and her research challenged one of the most persistent and ongoing pathologizing narratives in our culture. They called it the midlife crisis, and she's like, nah, something else. Something else. Apter found that women completely experience, or what women completely experience in midlife is not a crisis, it's a review. Did you know that? A genuine developmentally appropriate reassessment of our values, our identity, and our direction. She calls it the midlife review. And the women who navigates it most successfully are not the ones who avoid it or suppress it. They're the ones who can tolerate that in-between stage. The ones that can handle not yet knowing what you're becoming, what you're turning into. Kind of just able to detach and go with the flow. These are the ones that are the most successful with this midlife review, right? Okay, so here's how the midlife review typically unfolds for women over 40. And then I'm gonna list it out like a map, okay? Because you're in this process right now, and so am I. And you deserve to know where you are in this territory. So first one, stage one, is the trigger. Something changes. Something changes in your life, right? The children left home, a relationship ends or transforms into something else. Maybe your career stops fitting for you. A physical change in your life happens, okay? That's the catalyst, right? A significant birthday might pass. I don't know. Something that was defining your identity, your role as a mother of young children, your definition of yourself through your relationship, your professional identity, it shifts or dissolves, okay? So that's stage one. And suddenly the map you're using to navigate your sense of self is no longer right. It doesn't work anymore, right? And that's when that lost feeling begins in your life. And that's not a failure. It's not a failure. It's just the beginning of your review, your midlife review. So stage two is the dissolution. This is the most uncomfortable part and the one most frequently pathologized. The old identity, the responsible one, the accommodating identity. We've all been the accommodating mom, wife, coworker, whatever it is, right? Have you been that? I have. I know I have. The person who put everybody else first instead of herself, right? The one who knew who she was because she defined herself through her roles. But what happens when those roles change? What do, right? It all starts feeling wrong. Like a coat that doesn't fit. Like you feel like that guy in a little coat, but in your life, right? So you put it on in the morning and midday you're suffocating in that thing, you know? You're the fat guy in the little coat and you're uncomfortable, okay? So women in this stage often describe this feeling like they've lost themselves, like they don't know who they even are anymore. They should have figured it out by now, is how they're feeling and talking to themselves, right? The culture around them frequently reinforces this narrative too, right? You should know who you are by 40, 50 years old, right? No. Like that just because of you're a certain number on the calendar doesn't mean you should anything, right? The not knowing is embarrassing. You can feel embarrassed by that. The in between feels like you're unstable, right? Apter's research says the opposite, okay? The disillusion is not instability. It is the necessary clearing, excuse me. It's the necessary clearing before the construction of your new identity. Okay, you cannot build a new identity on top of the old one. So you got to clear it out. You have to dissolve this old identity first. And the dissolution is going to feel like loss, because it is. Okay, it is. It's going to feel like grief and loss. And it's not the kind that our culture has told us that it is, okay? So we're gonna get into that. Stage 3 is the reconstruction stage. This is a stage where the new identity begins to emerge, not all at once and not with a dramatic revelation either, but piece by piece. A value you realize you've always held. Whoops, sorry. TikTok thinks I've been not a person. Try again. There it goes. TikTok tests you. After a while, it's like, are you a person? Drag this piece into the puzzle. Okay, but anyways. All right. So the reconstruction, stage 3, right? So this is where your new identity begins to emerge piece by piece, a little bit at a time, right? A desire you discover that's been waiting patiently underneath all this performance that you made, right? A way of being in the world that feels genuinely, deeply, and undeniably yours, right? The reconstruction is not fast, so it's not going to happen overnight, right? It's not even linear. Like me, just taking 4 days off and not a peep from me for 4 days, you haven't seen me. That's because growth is not linear, right? We do, right? Okay. So it requires the most courageous thing a woman can do is to let go of the old identity. Just let it go before you even know what you're going to replace your identity with. Just let that old identity go. Mother of littles, done. I'm 47 years old. I'm not having any more littles. That's not my identity anymore, right? That's not my identity. So we have to let it go. I don't know what it's going to be, in 10 years or 5 years or 2 years. But just gotta let it go and let the becoming happen. Trust that it's happening. You don't have to know. You don't have to know right now, okay? So if you're feeling lost, you're feeling like you're in one of those in-between stages, if you're in stages 2 or 3, I wanna say this directly, okay? You are not broken. You're not broken. You are in the most important developmental stage of your life right now, right? In your adult life. The discomfort that you feel is proportional to the honest review that you're doing of your midlife review. And remember, it's going to be grief. And you have to just witness it, acknowledge it, and let it be there. You don't want to positive think it away. Oh, I'll see the kids on Christmas. Okay? You have to acknowledge it, that it's there. Because you can't get through something if you ignore it, right? So we have to take a look at it. And so that's called like inner excavation work, right? We got to do that inner excavation work, that review, that midlife review, the sorting of what's genuinely who you are, through through that filter. You got filter through there, okay? And one of the ways to do that is to ask yourself deeply personal questions. So in my bio, if you go to my link tree, I wrote a book called My Journey to Myself, and what that is it's 400 journal prompts. You don't have to do them all. Some of them are even just reworded, because sometimes you read something, it doesn't make sense, but a couple lines down, it's the same question, just kind of worded differently, so then it clicks for you better. And then you can do that inner work, that excavation work. So check out the link in my bio. You can get it in hardcover or on Kindle through Amazon. It's the only one I have on hardcover. This is what the hardcover looks like, and it does have pages. It's in 10 sections, okay? I'll show you the front. So we got 10 sections to lead you through, guide you through your development. And then each section has a summary of what you're going to do in there. Then you got 40 questions total. You don't have to answer them all, just pick and choose what works for you. And then there's some blank pages too. If you get the Kindle, it doesn't have the blank pages obviously, but it has all the questions. And I encourage you to write down your answers, whether you get yourself like a little journal yourself that you write things in. Handwriting it out is like real magic. That is such real magic. I can't even tell you. I call it getting it out of committee, because thoughts will ruminate, just roll around in my brain forever. If I don't write it down, then it goes away. I get it out of committee and it stops rolling around. So don't just look at those questions in My Journey to Myself and think, okay, how would I answer that? And then you quietly answer it to yourself and then you walk away, because I guarantee you 2 minutes later, you're not going to think about that question ever again. And it's not going to make any lick of difference. So when you go through the process of writing down those answers, for whatever reason, it sticks in your brain better, and you can get the actual benefit of what you learned about yourself. And the more you ask these questions, the deeper you get into it, the more you learn about yourself, and you're going to find more satisfaction and fulfillment in your life. The more you know about who you are just as a person, and you're going to be a happier person. So I genuinely encourage people to look at that journal, My Journey to Myself. That got me through this period of empty nesters, and that's why it's written as Jill's Empty Nest, because that's who I was identifying as at the time. That was my identity at the time. This was my empty nest, and I was so sad to just be by myself. But then I go through and I answer the questions that pertain to me, that resonate with me, and then I find out what my true passions are and my true love, which is self-development for everybody and being a teacher. And in all my roles at work, even, I always end up in a teaching role. Like, this is just what naturally feels good to me, is coming up here and teaching, right? And so that's what I have discovered through those questions for myself. What you discover about yourself, I don't know, but it's worth asking. It's the greatest work of your life, is just learning who you are. It truly is. So I highly, highly encourage everybody to get a chance. Even if you don't buy my journal with my questions, buy a journal with questions that prompt you to think deep, to learn about yourself, because truly all I care about is your happiness. I don't care if you buy my book or not, but I do care that you learn who you are and find your happiness, right? Because I want you to be happy. That's it. That's all. All right, so I'm going to give you a specific tool that Mercury in Virgo makes possible today, because I want you to leave tonight or today with something that you can actually do. I call this the authentic/performed sort, okay? And here's how it works. You take any aspect of your current identity, any role, any way of being, any characteristic you would use to describe yourself, okay? And then ask 2 questions about that characteristic of yourself. Question 1, is this genuinely mine? Did I choose this consciously? Does it reflect something that I actually value? Something that brings me alive? Something that I would choose again from scratch if I were building that life today? Right? So ask that question. The second question is it performed? Did I build this to meet someone else's expectations? To manage someone's comfort? To be what was needed in context that may no longer exist? Right? Would I let go? Would I let this go if I were being honest with myself? Okay? So I'm going to give you some examples of this so it feels more concrete, not abstract, okay? So example 1, the identity of the capable one, the woman who handles everything, never needs any help, always has it together, asks the question, okay? Is this genuinely mine? Do I love competence, and does it bring me alive? Is this who I am to my core? Okay? Or is this performed? Did I become the capable one because of what the alternative was? Right? Needing something, asking for help, not seen as not together, right? Felt too dangerous in some relationship or environment maybe, right? Okay, for some women, the answer to both questions is yes, genuine and performed, and that's fine. You know, the sorting isn't about throwing everything away. It is about knowing which is performance, which is genuinely you, right? So you ask these questions to filter it out, right? So here's a second example. The identity of a peacemaker. A woman who smooths everything over, never rocks the boat, always manages the emotional temperature of the room. Does that sound familiar? Genuine or performed? Is this who you are? Someone who genuinely values harmony and connection? Or is this a survival adaptation from an environment where conflict was dangerous? Here's another example. Example 3. The identity of the helper. The woman who is always available, always giving, never says no. Ask the question, is this your genuine expression of love and care? Or have you built an identity around helpfulness because being needed was the primary way you felt worthiness? Right? Hello, welcome. So none of these are criticisms. I don't want you to think I'm criticizing anybody in this room. Every one of these identities made sense at some point in our lives, right? The sorting practice is not about rejecting who you've been. It's about knowing, right? With Mercury and Virgo with precision, right? Which parts of your identity are yours to keep and which parts are ready to be released with the eclipse, right? So the eclipse is on Thursday, don't forget, right? The eclipse is in 2 days, is a completion, a releasing, and the most powerful thing you can do to bring your releasing to the eclipse is having clarity about what it is that you're releasing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? So the practice is before Thursday night, write down 3 to 5 elements of your current identity. For each one, ask, genuine or performed? And you don't have to decide what to do with the answer yet, okay? Just know what the truth is. Just know that inside of you, okay? And I want to say something about the income piece of identity reconstruction. Because for a lot of women over 40 in a growth period, the identity that's dissolving includes a professional identity, unfortunately, right? The job that had defined you maybe doesn't really fit anymore in your personality or your life, right? The career that maybe was the answer to who are you, and rebuilding income around something that is genuinely yours, that's not performed, not for somebody else's approval even, right, is some of the most important work that we do here, right? So I wrote a book called AI Side Hustles for Women Over 40, and it's a practical companion to all of that identity work. So it helps you find ways that you could build income from all the things that you found out about yourself while going through my journey to myself. And it's not just ideas, it's the practical how to use these tools, and they're usually free or very inexpensive, and how to use those tools to build something of your own, to make your own income and not have to be reliant on something that maybe doesn't feel like it fits you anymore. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. America comes in beautiful. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bring this all home through my own personal story, because I think the most useful thing I can do is not just offer you all framework of personal development, but show you in my own life how it works, because I do these things too. I'm not just out here teaching, I'm doing, right? So 28 years ago today, I became a mother, and becoming a mother was my first major identity reconstruction, right? I went from being a person who was defined primarily by my own life, my own choices, my own story, and then all of a sudden I was somebody's mom, you know? And for a while I genuinely didn't know where Jill ended and mom began, right? Thank you. The disillusion was real, right? The in-between stage was super disorienting as well. And the reconstruction took years. So what emerged from that reconstruction was something I couldn't have predicted, right? A capacity for love that I didn't even know that I had, right? I couldn't have predicted the ferocity of my love for my child, right? For this person I've never accessed or met before, but grew within me, right? The depth. Oh, I heard our banana bread's ready. Let's go check it. Let's go check out our banana bread that we made. Smells good. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, I found out that I had the ability to love truly and love deeply when I became a mom. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Let's poke it and see if it comes out clear or not. Do you guys do this? So just go right in the middle. Came out clear, it's done. All right. Turn that off for now. Way back there. All right. Yay! It smells so good in here. You can smell that cinnamon that's in that banana bread. Woo! Thank you guys for being with me to make that. That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to make that second loaf here in a second. But I gotta let it cool off first. Ooh, I love me some banana bread. Do you guys like banana bread? That shit's the best. That shit's the best. But anyway, so going through the reconstruction of my life, at 19, 20 years old, with being a new mom, that was my first life reconstruction. And now I'm in like my fourth one or something like that. I'm building this show. I'm leaving my career soon. I'm moving towards a life in Minnesota from Arizona. It doesn't fully exist yet, except in my mind, and my sister's. This old identity is dissolving, it's fading away, and it's happening quickly. The deadline is coming up, January. That's 4 months away. And do you know how it feels like senioritis? You ever heard senioritis when you were a kid in school? And it's like you knew like summer vacation was coming and this was your last year of high school and you just didn't have the will or capacity to do anything about it and you didn't want to. So, it's just so hard. So that's the feeling I feel like now, this 4 months of waiting to move, and I have to wait. Like I'm in a lease until January. I'm not going anywhere until my lease is up because I'm not going to ruin my credit. And I'm also waiting for my youngest son to finish college. So he graduates in December. So I'm kind of just hanging out for him. Hi, Amir. Welcome. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm building. I'm in this waiting period also where I'm just waiting to see what comes next. And it's tough. It's tough being in a waiting period, but that's where I'm at, and so I'm here with you every day, building towards that life that I want to have by January, which is fully financially independent and free by being able to just come here and talk to you guys all day. I can sit here and talk to you all day, instead of having to go to an office, work for somebody else and develop their goals, their business goals to grow their businesses. I've been in 47 years old. I started working in corporate America when I was 15 at McDonald's, right? I started giving all my hard work away to a corporation immediately. And I've always been like the best top worker everywhere I go. I'm just a damn workhorse, and I'm giving it all away to corporations that don't even know that I exist, right? And who I am as a human being. They have no idea. So I'm working on taking all that good energy that I put into these companies that served me, and I'm so grateful that they did. I needed the health insurance to take care of my babies when they were babies. I needed the stability of the 9-to-5 job to take care of my children, to take care of my family, but that's not my life anymore, right? I don't have children to take care of anymore. They grew up. My oldest is 28 years old today, right? I don't have babies. I don't have to take care of anybody but me and my dog, right, at this point. Hi. And it's just like your priorities and values change. So I am doing this midlife review, and I'm like, well, what do I like to do? And that's when I went through the journal, my journey to myself that I have linked in my bio. I've made all those questions. I've worked through it. And I'm like, I love teaching. I love being here with you. And if I can build a brand and get people to come around and actually feel like I'm providing value to them, then I'm going to keep doing that and building on this over the next 4 months and build this up. And hopefully by January, I'll actually make enough money from doing things like this and providing free education for self-development for anybody who comes into the room, for free. Because we need this. I don't want to charge for that. But if you really want to buy something, I wrote books. And it's not a course. You spend $10, you get a book for life. It's just, I would rather have a book in my hand than a course I may or may not click on. I'd rather have a book that I can reference back to time and time again. Right? So if you look in my bio, I do have my link tree there with 3 books published on Amazon now. My Journey to Myself, 400 journal prompts to bring you back to yourself, to identify who you are and what you like. AI side hustles for women over 40. Build that practical income for yourself. Do it with free or cheap tools. And I show you exactly how to do it and what you can do with it. It's not just ideas. And then third, the 2027 Phoenix Renewal Almanac teaches you your daily astrology with a Buddhism lens, right? Because we're talking about self-development through the lens of astrology and Buddhism. So that's what the 2027 Phoenix Renewal Almanac is. Also sold on Kindle and linked in my bio. So I hope you guys check all of that out because I built that for you. But yeah, you know, that's me. That's what I'm doing. So I'm in my midlife review, right? Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Right? In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And Zen Buddhism has a specific teaching about this in-between stage, right? The state. It's called the bardo. The transitional space between identities, between lives, right? Between what was and what will be, right? And the teaching is not to escape the bardo. It is to be present in it. To recognize that the in-between is not a detour from the journey. It's part of the journey. It is the journey, right? Learn about my local culture. Oh, I am in Phoenix, Arizona. There's a lot of culture here. A lot from the Native Americans around here. Yeah, it's very nice to learn all of that. They did some amazing things in Arizona, actually. The canal systems, craziness. Yeah. But anyways, so feeling lost after 40 is really not a sign that you've missed anything. It's a sign that you are honest enough to acknowledge that the map that we've been playing on when directing our lives by no longer fits, that we're in new territory now, right? Just need to acknowledge that. That identity that you built for that particular context, that particular time of your life is dissolving, and that's natural. And that's very, very natural. And that something real and genuine that's been hiding underneath the surface is coming out. It's coming out. Mercury in Virgo today gives you the precision to sort what is genuinely yours from what you built for somebody else. Okay, the eclipse is 2 days away, where you're gonna release what you're ready to let go of. Okay, and the reconstruction, the real, fully formed version of you that is genuinely and authentically you, right? That's emerging, and it's worth going through that uncomfortable in between stage. It's worth it, right? So make sure you're coming back. I don't have a schedule this week, and normally 5:30 p.m. Pacific time that I go live Monday through Friday. But I'm on vacation this week, and I'm all over the place, honestly, with my schedule. So I just can't make any promises about what time I'll show up. But yeah, I'm still going to show up daily, one way or another. Maybe tomorrow we'll bake something else. So today we made banana bread. I got to make that other loaf. So gotta go blend that up. And then yeah, I think I might go swimming, go sit at the pool, get some sun. I got like weird freaking tan lines right now. I was at the lake on Sunday with my dog. My dog hasn't been to the lake before. So it was a lot of fun throwing the frisbee and everything. But I got some sun and weird sun lines. So I might go lay out by the pool and try and get a better shade on me. But I'm so happy you all came. So thank you so much for joining. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what's going on in the sky on August 26th. But thank you so much for joining. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.